Hello everybody! Welcome to my video, my first video ever made. Well, I wouldn't say it's my first one ever made, but welcome to LOTRO, the Lord of the Rings Online. Okay, I think there's another way you can say it, like Roto or something like that. I don't know what the other one is, but the one I always know it by is LOTRO. Okay, now, for you newbies, well, you can be a male or a female. Oh yeah, the first time you ever log into the game, this is what's gonna look like. Alright? Okay, cool. We solved that problem for you now. If you have any questions, like how to do it, send us a, just tell me on the bottom of the below, you know. Just yell at me and I'll explain it to you. If I can't explain it, I'll go for another video. It's that simple. Alright, I already told you you could be male and female, right? Yes. Well, there's a race you can choose. You could be a man. You can be a high elf. You can be a dwarf. A stout axe. River hobbit. Hobbit. Elf. Bjorning. Or Bjorn. I guess it's depends how you it looks like you say Bjorning, but in LOTRO I believe they say it's Bjorn. But besides that, you could be a bear. A human bear. So that's your race you can choose from. For now. Who knows when they're gonna add another one. I don't know what other race they'll add, but you know, it's LOTRO. Like, I never knew they're gonna do river hobbits or a stout axe, but they did it. So, hey, it might be somewhere in the world they'll add another one. Alright, classes. Well, a Bjorn. Okay. I mean, like, a Bjorn could only be a Bjorn. I think that's a little weird. Honestly, like, why can't you be a Hunter Bjorn? Or a Guardian Bjorn? Like, I understand not being a burglar, but a Brawler. I think, what's his name? In the book. He brawled with his fists! Honestly, he was a bear and a human. As the human form, he came in and went boom with his fist, switched to a bear, and ripped the guy open. He was like Hulk with, what's his face? And, yeah, it was crazy. Like, honestly, why can I not choose a different class as a Bjorn? But it's alright. Moving on. A man usually can do all of them, so yeah. Except Bjorn. A burglar. Well, yeah, you can be a burglar. A brawler. That's what Sam was, pretty much. Bilbo's friend. Frodo's friend, Sam, he was a brawler, 100%. Honestly, bashed with a pan, hit everyone with a fist. He was a brawler, 100%. Captain. Who's a good example to a captain? What's his name? Great. And I say I like Lord of the Rings. Okay. Champion. And there's Guardian, Hunter, Lore Master. So, in Lore Master section, the blue line would be like Radagast. I think the red line would be more closer to Gandalf. And then the white line, yeah. You'll see it when you join it. It's not exactly 100%, but that's sort of what the lore takes it to. But, you know. Hey. Mariner? Honestly, I did not expect Mariner showing up on this list. A minstrel, or another people like to think of it as a bard. No one actually says it, but in other games they call it bards, but in LOTRO, we call them musicians. Minstrel. Runekeeper. And the Warden. Honestly, my favorite for my group is the Guardian and the Warden. And then they slowly, and then they drops down to the Hunter and Champion. I love my burglar, I just never gotten anywhere, so I can't honestly say where I can go. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Every new player who plays this game usually ends up choosing Lore Master first, and then ends up hating it, and then chooses a different character or completely leaves the game. Don't leave the game, just choose another character. And then, after a while, they come back to the Lore Master, and their Lore Master comes to be their favorite. The reason why they end up hating Lore Master right out of the get-go is the Lore Master throws you a lot of stuff at once. And I mean a buttload of stuff at once. It's sort of hard to play as right out of the get-go, especially if you're new at the game. I recommend, if you're trying out the game the first time, is probably to lean into a Guardian. Or a Champion. They're probably your more easier understandment of the game. And then if you want to get a little more difficult, I guess you can lean into the Hunter. They did downgrade him a little recently. But he's still pretty simple and easy to play in the beginning area. So yeah, the Hunter, the Champion, and then the Lore Master. Because then you already understand how the mechanics work, then you can start learning the long range stuff. And while Champion's a mix of long and close, it's more closer to buffs. Yeah, he's a buff close range. There's some little, very, very little long range, like maybe 2 attacks. The Hunter is ultimately long range, except like 3 of his attacks is close range. Lore Master's always of long range. I think there might be 1 close range attack, maybe 2. I don't really play as the Lore Master. Honestly, I don't touch it ever. And just grow from there. Really, if you click on them, see, it tells you their difficulty. So, like I said right here, basic. Basic. They say the Hunter's a basic, but you really, honestly, the Hunter should be more of a medium to me. I say that probably because they downgraded it, and the way I play it, I never see people play it that way. They die way too easy if you don't build their Hunter correctly. Lore Master, immediately, it's an advanced thing. Mariner, oh, it's advanced? Oh. Ah, Minstrel. Yeah, medium. Yeah, I can see that. Runekeeper, I can see that. Warden, they should add another advanced to that. If you're not used to doing combos and memorizing combos, a Warden is not your go-to. But the Warden can do long range and close range. So it can take the position as a Hunter easily, and do the position as a Guardian easily. You can switch between them, if you do it correctly. I haven't seen that many people actually do it correctly, but you can do it. And then the Bjorn, advance. I can see it being advanced, but not really at the same time. But now, more in detail, I can never tell you in detail. It's a little movie.
The age of man is fast approaching. The chosen of a higher power, men dominate the lands of Middle-earth, both west and east of the Misty Mountains. Their strength of will and prowess at arms will decide the fate of Middle-earth, whether for good or for ill.
They explained the men so well. Hi, Elves! Let's go!
Mighty foes of evil in ages past, the High Elves, whose kind once beheld the light of Valinor, have mostly departed from the world, bound for distant shores. Some remain, however, resisting the call of the sea, and using their fading power to make Middle-earth safe for days yet to come.
So wants you to play as a high elf. A dwarf. Weird. Dwarves, you can't choose to be a female or a male. I guess you can never tell the difference. But, little, peek. Scout Axe. You can choose to be a male or a female. Hold on, this is what a male looks like, guys. Okay. Take a good look at him, just memorize his figure. Alright, yeah. I think that's enough. He's even posing to us now. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, see? Alright, cool. Now, if we switch to the female. Question, guys. Is there really a difference? You females out there too. Is there a difference? Honestly, if you guys can see the difference, take a little screenshot and maybe draw a line like, hey, these are the differences. Honestly, look at that. I don't think there's a difference. Alright. Buy that. Let's get to what I was doing.
Calling the mountains and hills home, the dwarves are a sturdy folk. Dour-handed warriors, but also crafters of great skill. Many of their ancient halls lie in ruin, but their battle cry still resounds across Middle-earth. Baruch Kazad! Kazad Aimenu!
Alright. The stout axe.
Once the dwarves of Drossa's folk, the Stoutaxes were unmade by their greed when they refused to return the ring of power granted to them by the Dark Lord. Undone by treachery and the might of the enemy in the Third Age, they were cast into servitude, and have toiled evermore in the black pits of Mordor, stripped of their freedom, history, and even their own names. Many among the Stoutaxes long for the day they might rise against the Dark Lord and reclaim their lost heritage.
Ooh. River Hobbit.
The little folk who once dwelt along the river Anduin go by many names. Some use for Beatlan, others follow hides, but many take the name given to their distant kin, calling themselves river hobbits. Unlike those others who departed the Vales for distant lands in times of old, they have hidden for centuries in the dells of the misty mountains, protected from danger and glimpsed by few. Yet sometimes one of their kind ventures forth, following secret paths in search of other little folk who fared west across Middle-earth long ago.
Amazing. Actually, our kinship housing is in the River Hobbit lands. It's amazing. It's a peaceful, beautiful place to be. Alright, The Hobbit.
Hailing from the rolling green hills of the Shire and the rustic towns of Breland, hobbits are a simple folk, favouring food and good cheer above all else. But deep within even the meekest hobbit burns a spark of courage, waiting to be kindled.
You go, Hobbit. So, I should probably tell you, I'm a Hobbit and a High Elf fan. I'm a little bit of the Dwarves, but not too much. My most favorite is probably the River Hobbit and the High Elf. The Bjorns are amazing, but it just feels like playing another man but could switch to a bear. And, well, being a human my whole life, well, it just doesn't fit me. Oh well, that's just a little side thing. Elves!
The kindred of the elves dwell among the woods and dells, lingering in Middle-earth out of love for the land. Though their elder glory is diminished, and the day draws near when they must cross the sea, those who remain continue the ancient struggle against the shadow of the enemy.
I thought it was a lot longer than that. Oh well. Bjorning. I should probably tell you, this Bjorn and this Bjorn are the exact same thing. A video, but we'll play both still for you. If there's time.
Men and women of Beorn's line possess the power to take the shape of mighty and fearsome bears. As their wrath increases, so too do the strength and capabilities of their animal forms. The Beorning can harness this ability to deal damage, resist the onslaught of enemies, or support a fellowship of adventurers.
Oh, alright, let's switch to man. Yep. And then we'll do a woman.
The Warden is a master of the spear and javelin, sworn to protect those that cannot protect themselves. At home, in the thick of melee, the Warden weaves powerful combinations of attacks to fell her foes and strengthen her own resolve against the Dark Lord.
Uh-oh. Something got leaky there. I think that was their end, not my end this time. Ugh. Give it a second. Alright, Runekeeper.
The Rune Keeper is a master of the powers of ancient runes. The magical qualities of these secret words can be used to turn the elements against his foes or inspire his allies to continue the fight against the forces of the enemy.
Ooh, the minstrel.
The minstrel is the heart of a fellowship, a herald of hope and renewal. He uses his knowledge of ancient songs and lore to ward against the forces of darkness and bring relief to his companions.
And the mariner.
Mariners have a noble history in Middle-earth. From Earendil of old, to the voyagers of Numenor, and on to the sailors and corsairs who now navigate Middle-earth's coastlines. Shunning heavy weapons and armor as unfit for use aboard ship, they excel as cunning duelists, masters of innovative tactics, and callers of sea shanties that draw upon the mystical powers of the sea.
That's amazing. Lore Master.
The Lore Master is a seeker of knowledge and a guardian of wisdom. He wields ancient secrets and lore to confound his foes and aid his friends, protecting them against the dark powers of the enemy.
Nice. The Hunter.
The Hunter is a master of field and forest, unmatched with the bow. She uses her survival skills to guide her companions and lay traps for her enemies. The Hunter is at her strongest when attacking from a distance, but is able to defend herself in melee at need.
True that, true that. Guardian.
The Guardian is a protector of the weak and defender of those in need. He is capable of withstanding mighty blows and retaliating in kind. The true Guardian stands to the forefront of battle, shielding his allies from the blows of their enemies.
The Champion.
The Champion is the consummate warrior, unrelenting in battle. His fervor allows him to make increasingly powerful attacks, dealing great damage quickly and efficiently.
Woo. The Captain.
The Captain is a masterful leader, a commanding presence who strengthens her allies, but she is also skilled in the use of arms. Her battle cries strike fear into the hearts of her enemies, while her allies rally to her banners of war.
The Brother.
Brawlers are warriors who delight in the thrill of close combat. Scorning traditional weapons in favor of heavily armored fists, they rely on staggering blows, swift strikes, and sheer toughness to win the day. Brawlers are valuable members of any fellowship, whether laying waste to many foes or standing fast before waves of brutal attacks. They urge allies on through unbridled shows of ferocity.
I just noticed I have lots of that armor sets already of decoration for characters in that screen show. That's pretty cool. The burglar. Oh man. Guess I just haven't had enough coffee this morning. Alright, the burglar. What was Bilbo Baggins was? Bilbo Baggins was a scholar / burglar. And you could be that yourself, actually. You could be a hobbit, a halfling, as a burglar, and in the game, just choose your class to be a scholar. Well, it's like a skill class, but yeah. And you could be a blacksmith, scholar, processor. There we go. That'll be a weird combo, but I mean, you do you. A farmer, cook, scholar. Well, I think that sounds better. But yeah, Alright.
The burglar is a master of stealth and misdirection. She is able to confound her foes with a variety of clever and debilitating tricks. She also excels at attacking from the shadows, allowing her to take her enemies by surprise.
I definitely need to play as the burglar more often, honestly. Alright, and then I promised you I have time. So, the Bjorning.
Men and women of Beorn's line possess the power to take the shape of mighty and fearsome bears. As their wrath increases, so too do the strength and capabilities of their animal forms. The Beorning can harness this ability to deal damage, resist the onslaught of enemies, or support a fellowship of adventurers.
They gotta fix that. It's the exact same thing as the race section. The class section, race section, they're both the same video. Oh well, we have showed you the videos of all. That will be all today. Actually, before I move out, I'm gonna be a little river hobbit as a burglar. That will be all today for this wonderful day of LOTRO. Farewell, stay tuned of how to play the beginning area. Oh, and how to create, choose and dress up your character. All that good stuff too. Stay cool and stay out.